Welcome to another recording of Breaking Bread by Good Stock Consulting. For those of you who are new to this platform, pre-COVID-19, we decided to start hosting gatherings of women over dinner through which they would discuss race in America. So what we wanted was for participants to be able to unpack issues that they had been struggling with, that had been in the back of their minds, to help them become more effective race allies and or advocates. And although the Rona has stopped the whole dinner component dead in its tracks, and for those of y'all who are still going out to brunch and having frosé and eggs, you need to stop. Anyway, sidebar, we have decided to start pulling together interesting people through a virtual platform. And we've had lots of really great conversations, and we've been able to break bread virtually and really dive into issues about equity and inclusion and race in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, Kelly, you said it perfectly. It's really been gratifying to pull together this broad range of people to discuss race relations, and racism. You know, that's like our favorite topics. And I'm talking everything from how COVID-19 has impacted Black and Brown communities to a group of white women discussing their privilege and experiences as a white woman, and even a pretty deep conversation with Black men about what it means to be a Black man in America today. And we know that's very loaded, especially now. And although we didn't intend for Breaking Bread to look like this, or our lives to look like this, we're listening to the feedback, and y'all, I think we are on to something. Now, during this time, people really want to connect, and they need to have some authentic conversation. So we are here to serve it to you. But with this episode, we're gonna switch things up just a bit. We are sitting at the intersection of a global health pandemic and a racial revolution. And if you feel like us, you is tired. And I said that intentionally. You is tired. And so are we. The constant barrage of updates about COVID deaths and killings of Black people and white people calling the cops. And it's just really emotionally exhausting. And honestly, we are tired. And I know that you are too. So today, let's keep it light, ladies. Let's keep it cute and classy, but also maybe a little sophisticated, and give you guys a glimpse of who we really are. Hence the title, This Is Us.
And you know I love sophisticated ratchet, okay? I have a PhD in it. When people meet me, they're like, oh wait, yeah, that's me. So yes, right, that's me. It's gonna be me on Monday, Tuesday, probably on Thursday and Friday too, but
all days that end in Y, friend. All days
ends in Y. That's the only way I can be, okay? So we are going to give y'all a glimpse of exactly like who we are, and we figured out, well, actually, y'all know who figured it out. It was not me, because I don't do that kind of deep dive research. It was Kelly and Kim who came up with this idea of doing this 36 questions that lead to love from the New York Times. I don't know if y'all have heard of Arthur Aaron, I think his name was, who developed this quiz of 36 questions that can tell you all you need to know about your romantic partner. But anyone that's been in a business, you realize that you have to have an intimacy with your business partners that go kind of beyond, yeah, you got to talk about
like marriage. It's
right.
Like marriage.
It's a marriage. It is a up and down. Okay, we're gonna stay on the up. So these questions aren't just applicable like that to romantic love, but can boost intimacy across the board. So today we're just gonna ask each other a few questions. And you'll see these questions kind of range and kind of vary in description. And then from there, we will see and learn more about who we are. Hopefully y'all learn more about who we are. So with each becoming more personal and more intense. So don't worry, we'll be diving back into deeper topics next month. Y'all know I like to keep a good, tearjerker on hand. Yes, for now, I mean, because that's life. I'm just like,
right.
So anyway, but for now, we want to just be carefree. So y'all, let's do this. 36 questions.
Before we get started, let me see what you got. So we took the 36 questions and we tore them up, and we each took a few and we put them in a container. I have to see what did y'all put y'all questions in. I think this is going to be a personality test.
Oh God! See, and now I'm gonna look so vanilla.
I got my whiskey glass.
Of course, you got a shot glass.
Of course.
Of
Here
course.
you go. Here you go.
Of course. Right?
Now I look like the one that's.
Here you go, green tea. Here you go, green tea.
Favorite. I mean, this. Okay, first of all, I want to give a shout out. I think I got this from like Pier 1 or something. Whatever. I use this for everything. For
It's the size of your face.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I use it for cereal. I use it
Flushes
for.
it with like such love.
It's,
So tenderly.
it's just
Girl.
so. It makes me feel home, and so yes, I feel like what's the little dude named Oliver? What's his name? When I want some more soup, you know what I'm talking about. That's what I feel like. I feel like him. So
And Kelly is a nice Southern woman with her mason jar.
Mason jar. Minis.
Yep.
Left over from my wedding.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. That's cute. All right. Well, let's
All right,
go,
all right.
y'all. Let's go.
I think I'm first on deck, so I'm going to pull one of these questions.
hey,
Everybody, y'all
rules.
see?
We gotta explain the
What'd you
rules.
say?
We have to explain what we're doing.
Oh, let me explain the rules. The rules are we're each going to take a turn. It's going to be me, then Kim, then Ebony, and we're just kind of going to go in that loop. And I'll pull a question and I'll read it to the others, and then they'll respond to the question, right? I won't be asking or answering the questions that I ask unless the question's so good that I feel compelled. Please just, let's allow each other grace and give each other a pass if we do want to answer these questions. Because they're good. They're good. So, okay. Y'all hear that? Shaking it up.
Yeah. We should have a
Question.
poll on who answered the question.
Here we go. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained one quality or ability, what would it be? Kim.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh,
That's a
if
good
I
one.
woke up tomorrow, I want to be able to read minds.
Ooh,
I
that's
want to know
dangerous.
what people are thinking. I think that's so interesting because people often do not say what they really mean, and I want to know what you really mean. I kind of like that gut honest truth, and I like it raw.
So you're
So
a stalker.
I'm a stalker, of
Yes.
course. Yes, I am. Yes,
You're
I
a
am.
stalker.
Are you looking for somebody? Let me help you find them. Yes, I am.
See your eyes
Come
like
through
this.
Facebook, come through Google. How bad do you really like me? Let me see.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I want. What you want, Eb?
See, I went so superficial. I was like, oh, I just want to know how to sing. That's I live a simple life. Okay, I don't want anything. No, if I could have one, it would probably be. No, actually, I'm going back to that because I think it's important. It would be. I would love to know how to sing, and if I could, I want America to know. You wouldn't get me to. I already talk a lot anyway. But you wouldn't get me to shut up at all. I would, like, if they call like attendance in class, I used to think about it, I would sing my name. I would be like, yeah, like stuff like that. But that's it.
Of course you would.
I don't want any other I don't want no super talent. Just that.
Yes. It's my turn. Okay, let's see.
Why I gotta go last anyway?
I don't know, because that's the way
what
God ordained it. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
Well, I know about my life, so the ball wouldn't have to tell me that, but it would have to tell me about my future, but I don't think I would want to know about it.
Really?
Because no, because I feel like then I would be trying to live my current life to manifest the vision that I had seen in this ball. You know what I'm saying? Like shaping my path.
Prophecy.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I love a vision board. So I do the vision board every year. So like that kind of is trying to put it out there. But yeah, I'm not comfortable with that. I wouldn't want to see it that clearly.
Do you like surprises though, Kelly?
You know the answer to that, right?
The answer is no.
You know the answer to that.
The answer is
I do. That's why I was so confused by your answer, because I thought we didn't like surprises.
Yeah, but to me, like that is too much. I feel like you'd be messing with destiny. I feel like I'd be messing with destiny in a way.
What about you, Eb?
I want to know. I want to know exactly when I'm gonna meet Oprah. Because listen, I've been putting that into the atmosphere since literally when I was 9 years old. She you know how she's always had those Make-A-Wish shows. Anyway, boom. I wrote in and said, my wish is for you to be my godmother.
Yes.
Pretty basic.
Security.
Thought that would be very easy.
Called security.
That's a quick response. I haven't heard anything back yet. But my offer still stands. And yeah, so I want to know what am I wearing when I see her? What are we eating?
You're eating from her Magic Kingdom garden.
From her garden, exactly.
I'm under the tree.
I know Oprah got fruits out there that nobody has ever eaten. We know.
Oprah got fruit.
And it's probably gold plated.
Oprah got fruit. I mean,
gold.
I want to know that. I just want to know that one part. Mm-hmm. What are we talking about, and how quickly into the conversation do I go ahead and show out and break down and probably have to get escorted out? I just want to make sure.
when will security catch on?
Right. Escorted out by Stedman.
You can escort me out.
Listen, Stedman is, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, come on, Daddy. Come on, Zaddy.
Listen, and he's a gentleman. Okay?
Yes.
Gentleman.
What's your question, Ev?
Are you gonna answer this one too?
No, I thought I couldn't. No. I'm gonna save my grace for like a real juicy one.
Mine's heavy.
What is it?
Okay. If you were to die this evening, no lie, this is what it is. If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone, and why? Damn. And why have you not told them? This is America. I can't make it. This is number 36. Oh wait, number 33. Number 33. I didn't make this up. New York Times did. Y'all see it right there.
Lord.
For those who are watching, the questions start kind of surface level at 1 and then get more progressively complex down to 36. And so Eb just picked 33. We're going real deep today.
That's deep.
Real. 36. Yes. So, okay, if you're gonna die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone, and why with your trifling self have you not told them already? Because you already knew you needed to say something to somebody. So go ahead.
Lord.
Glad I ain't got to answer it.
Honestly, oh Jesus, I would regret not telling my husband that I love him more. We do like acts of service, and you know, he'll Swiffer the house in a heartbeat. I mean, y'all, my husband loves Swiffer, you know, like, and he'll just show me the clean house, just like a kid showing off an A, like, look at the kitchen, you know, and I'll say thank you. But we're not that demonstrative when it comes to the words we use with each other. And I'm not sure that that's a good thing. You know, I think he deserves to hear it from me more. So, ooh, you went deep. Like my heart is kind of
good. I mean, you can write little notes. Kelly,
yeah.
Get a little Post-it note. Write a little, hey boo, love you, while you're in the shower. Put it on the little mirror.
Yeah. Child, that would just be giving him more to clean.
Yeah. Kelly, that's a good one. That was a really good one. I felt that. I could probably do the same. Trey is definitely, or at least he was, more romantic than I am, and it's because I'm always just like laser focused on what needs to be done. I'm not really, and when I get into emotions, it just feels too deep and gray. I just want to get to what needs to be done. But outside of him, I think I'm pretty expressive. I don't really hold back my feelings. Like if I have an issue with someone, be it positive, or if I had a really good time, I don't have a problem saying so. I'm pretty direct.
So what holds y'all back from the mix? See, I love in all 5 love languages. You're gonna get every bit of this. You're gonna get a little message in your lunchbox I done made.
What?
You say like,
I'm too busy trying to pack lunches. I am too busy trying to pack lunches. I do not have time for another homework assignment.
Oh gosh, and food prep is for the birds.
It's like literally, I'll put in there, if you're reading this note, know that I miss you. In the lunchbox. I mean, it literally is one of that's me.
Maybe when these kids get a little bit older, then I can revert back to that. But I'm just trying to stay alive.
You better get Trey that dog on note.
I know. Now I gotta go buy damn Post-its. Now I gotta go buy Post-its. Thank you, Eb. Perfect.
Well, you know, I have a closet full of them, but now I got to go home and tell my husband I love you. So I'm going to make that happen today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. We're going to commit to that.
Look at this little jar. It's tripping me out. Why is she shaking it like it's moving?
Visualize hundreds of these with tea lights inside. It was a sight.
Aww.
All right. I got a skinny little question. So this is going to be easy. Oh. Would you like to be famous? In what ways? I'm going to start with Ebony this time.
Mm-hmm.
I would not want to be famous.
But you are.
I'm not famous.
Yeah.
But it's like you you don't have any personal life. Like you're no longer considered a person. You're an item for other people. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Meghan Markle. First of all, she didn't want y'all in her business and literally said y'all can have the whole kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Leave me and my baby alone.
Leave me alone.
And y'all still got a problem with it. So I want to make sure that if I ever were to be famous, I just want everybody to know I come from Little Africa, and we are genetically set up to go for the jugular if you go for us. So I'm not gonna be one of those people like, oh, y'all just talked about me. No, I'm gonna go back. And maybe that's why I am fire right now.
So Eb, you going back with your mama comments?
Your mama, your shoes, like whatever I gotta go to, I'm gonna do that. I can't fight you, so the only thing I can do is talk.
I gotta be honest, looking at you right now, you look like you could be Megan's cousin.
Listen, I need to get that DNA because I need to house visit. I mean, like,
yeah,
we can go to Oprah together.
Always goes back to Oprah.
Does until she responds to me. So
yes.
What about you, Kim? I know the answer to this.
Right, Kelly. You know, I absolutely do not. This right here is like making my armpit sweat. Like the thought of people watching and listening to my thoughts that are not my friends is foreign to me, and I don't understand why you want to do that. So no, I would not want to be famous. I very much so love my country life with my family in our country yard doing our country shit.
I honestly don't think I think a majority of people who are famous probably don't even want to be. It's just
I think a lot of them what about the Kardashians?
Well,
they want to be famous.
What about Kanye?
He wants to. Can we pull over on Kanye? Can we pull over right here to talk about Kanye just for a hot second? Kanye needs to be under someone's supervision. He needs to be under medical surveillance.
He needs a big brother. He needs big brother, big sister kind of program to set up for adults. I mean,
yes, he needs a mentor.
He needs a black uncle,
a cousin.
Real
I mean, I'm available on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I mean, we just need to set up a rotation of somebody that can be like, come on, Kanye. Like,
it's so unfortunate that he's married into a family that will exploit what's clearly a mental health crisis.
I mean, they exploited themselves. And that's why you got to watch. A person will only respect you as much as they respect themselves.
Hello.
So if your mama would allow a sex tape, and we all know it, to get circulated around and think of that as being a coin, don't let them eat at your house. Tell you that right now. But
awful.
Yeah, something there needs to be an intervention, mainly for his benefit of mental health, and it's real.
Yeah.
Ever since his mama passed, he went off the rails. And I mean, I think that's heartbreaking. I mean, that's devastating, but like, he has nobody to help lift him and guide him in the right direction.
And he seems to have such a grounded mom, like a good mama, a good, strong black mama, you know?
So imagine what that feels like. Imagine what that feels like when you paid for someone to have a surgery and something goes awry. That's tough. That'll make you snap. I mean, I think about it all the time when people, like, when my mom, goes into the hospital and stuff, I think about, like, if I don't say something, if I don't intervene, or if I do say something and suggest it, if something happens to her, it's gonna be like
On you.
you killed her.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I tell them all the time, like y'all gotta stay alive and let me go first or something, because I can't handle all that. But
yeah, the pressure.
yeah, they'll make you snap. So
pray for Kanye, people.
Pray for Kanye.
Pray for Kanye.
What you got, Kim?
Yes. So, question: is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time? Why haven't you done it? We will start with you, Kels.
Okay. Putting all my business out. I talked about the fact that I don't tell my husband I don't love him.
I'm like, Lord.
Honestly, I hope this doesn't sound super superficial, but it's wearing a bikini. I've only worn a bikini in college. And then after college, I stopped wearing bikinis. I see the style. I see it. Yes.
I could. You want to finish first, and you can come to me, because I got to come
to you. So it's wearing a bikini. So I have an image of myself. I feel vain, of just in a black, super simple. The triangle top with the halter neck in the back, and then the triangle in the front and the back with the ties on the side. Like that to me is like the sexiest of the bikini. It's wearing a bikini. But I have to say that this was the year that I felt like I was going to wear that bikini.
You should wear it today.
And then go you
wear it in the house.
I got a suggestion. When he in that Swiffer friend, when he's Swiffering, you pop out of that. You pop out and just walk around. Don't even say nothing to him. Just walk right in front of him as he's spraying that little spray on the ground. Do that. But I mean, my question though was, you traveled.
Tell me missed the spot. Tell me missed the spot.
Just bend over and just be like, oh, okay, what are you doing? Nothing, just walking around in my bikini. I mean, but the question I had was that you traveled to 42 countries.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know for a fact, what was that, Kim, when you were in Jamaica?
Yes. And that was so beautiful.
So beautiful. I was in South Carolina, not jealous about that at all. But you were in Jamaica by yourself.
Yep.
With a private hut. Am I wrong?
Yep.
Okay. So what then? So this is my question then. What is keeping you from doing it?
Because that's the second part of the question. Why haven't you done it?
Well, I mean, at the time it was body image. So when I was in Jamaica on the cliffs overlooking the ocean, that was Kelly at 229 pounds. And I would not have stepped into it.
Which was absolutely beautiful, Kelly.
I just couldn't have done it. I just wouldn't have done it, y'all. I would never have
lost it.
I think the Jamaican men would have, champion gal. But me, I just never would have felt comfortable. But I have to be honest, I am happy with the way that I look right now, and I would do it. I would do it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Look, next episode,
Aisha Curry. Yeah, put some pictures out.
Nah, we're gonna put it on next episode.
Y'all are trying to stretch me, boy. Y'all are trying to stretch me.
Bikini, we're gonna do it. We can go and do a bikini review.
The B word unpacked bikini.
Bikini.
Black bikini too. BB.
Yes. What are you doing, or what have you dreamed of doing and you haven't done?
Okay, this may sound odd. Getting my pilot's license.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I want to learn how to fly.
Does not sound fun.
Yeah, because here's the thing. This is what I think about. I like to travel. I hate how long it takes to get places. Airports annoy me to no end, because I was like, oh, I gotta fly in and I gotta stay in a layover for what? Every time I'm on an airplane, I feel like I get some type of like nastiness. I don't know. So I've always said I was going to get my pilot's license. And I have not done it yet. And maybe I'm going to commit to that I'm in COVID right now. So I'm going to commit to it.
When this ends.
Yeah.
2027.
Mm-hmm.
So you and Kelly can share that, because Kelly is the daredevil. If y'all enjoy these adventures,
you're going to get in my plane.
Write me a postcard.
Think about it, because they have a plane club that you can join.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna meet y'all.
okay, okay, and we're gonna be in the air. You're gonna be sitting in the airport with somebody that you don't know.
Give me a day. I'll get there. Give me
Where
a
I'm
day.
supposed to be.
Right. I'm gonna get that pilot's license. That's my goal. Is yeah, to have it by. I'm gonna give myself 2 years.
Okay. We'll hold you to it.
I'm gonna give myself 3 years. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, boom. Okay. Share with your partner an embarrassing moment in your life. 29. For those who are keeping count, because I'm the only one. I want, just for the record, I'm the only one being truth and transparent with my questions, and y'all not.
Mine have been. They have been real.
It's real. It's too late now. It's too late.
Oh, what was it? An embarrassing moment?
Uh-huh. In your life, what'd you do? You know what it is. Your face already show it. What you do?
What'd you do, Kim?
I peed on myself.
I need to hear 2 more times.
When
did you do? When did you do it?
I was on a Zoom call.
Oh, this.
You couldn't get it.
I just could not get off. I could not stop the conversation, and I had to pee so bad. And I was just like,
Okay, friend.
today is the day.
Today is the day in your house. And listen,
The Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I'm gonna just commit to just pissing right here on myself and just
okay.
do it after the fact.
Okay. That's aggressive. Okay, because that's here.
Commitment. That's commitment.
Right. Right now, for this,
You just sat in it. You just said, I'm gonna just sit in it.
I'm just gonna sit and I will finish this conversation with
Finish this conversation with a straight face.
Oh.
Very professional. The agenda.
Listen.
Sitting and piss.
Okay. Okay. That's one way.
Don't judge me. It's a strength that was maybe overworked in a moment.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Listen.
Mine is similar. Mine also involves bodily functions.
Okay.
Mine took place in Central Park. Lord, I'm putting myself out there today. Have y'all ever heard of Smooth Move? The tea that helps to flush your system?
Oh,
so,
yes.
Have you ever heard of Smooth Move? Smooth Move, the instructions say I think it says steep for 6 minutes. And so in my mind, I was like, I want to fully flush my system. So I did 2 bags and steeped them for 12 minutes. I was like, I'm going to go in. Like, I wanted to be flushed.
Go hard.
And so I drank the Smooth Move tea and then
a supersize.
Right. And then walked to Central Park. I was living with my sister at the time in Harlem on 126th in Lenox. And then I walked down to the park and then like got up to a part where like there's like the trees and where like the rollerbladers and the bikers are and the Smooth Move moved. And then I just ran kind of like down in the trees.
You were like Charlotte. What's her name on Sex and the City?
Yes, I ran down into the bushes and I just found a little area and just made it happen. And the good thing was, of course, I'm like, is there anybody around? Is there anybody around? There was nobody around. But as I was pulling up my pants, like up bounded these 2 big dogs. I don't know why you New Yorkers have those big dogs in those small apartments, but these dogs started running up just as I had pulled my pants up. And then I just made my way back home and stayed in the house for the remainder of the day. And so to anybody watching out there, let this be a lesson. That Smooth Move, when it says 1 bag for 6 minutes,
Do the one.
Do
the one.
Don't
do the one.
And do the
Kelly is out here shitting in public.
And stay at home.
Yeah.
ran into Amy Cooper out there shitting in Central Park.
Because no, for sure, there was a bird watcher. They saw it. I mean, there was somebody that was like, what?
Wait.
Listen, and exercise already moves your bowels.
Not like that, though. Not in the bush.
I mean, it can get you moving, though.
I don't even want to know what that walk home looked like. I mean,
so it's a new kind of walk of shame.
The new walk of shame. The new walk.
No, I don't know why. Actually, I don't have to share on that question, so I'm gonna keep going. Is it my question time?
It's Kelly. I think it's our last round too, so let's make it count.
Is it me?
It's Kelly.
It's me. Ooh.
Yes.
Okay. This is legit. If you could change anything about the way that you were raised, what would that be?
Whew.
Hmm.
Oh. It's weird because I'm grateful for everything. It's one of those things I tell people all the time. I regret nothing in life. I feel like every single thing that happened in childhood needed to happen for me to be where I am today. So I wouldn't want to change that. But I think the only thing I would maybe, I definitely would want to see my dad more. But again, I think that it's kind of helped, shape who I am, and now makes me appreciate him being so present in our life now. This is hard.
Yeah, girl, I felt that through the
Yeah,
screen.
listen, I'm like,
That was deep. I thought it was. No, my dad.
but this is coming from two people who were raised in a two-parent household,
Right. It's one of those things of I tell people all the time, if you have a man that is a great present father, like there's nothing sexier to me than that. Like that's why I say get that bikini. If he over here Swiffering, look, go out there. But it is one of those I'm grateful my dad is one of my biggest role models because he shows what you can do when you truly go through something hard. You don't have to stay there.
Right.
And that has been this too shall pass thing. Like that's why I say when I tell people I fear zero. I honestly do. I don't worry about what I say. If God put it in my spirit to say it, it's because I'm supposed to say it. Because I know it's going to be a protection, but like literally that whatever hardship that you are in this moment,
it will pass.
Yeah. You just have to make a choice to let it pass. But when you finally make that choice, and the sooner you learn that, the easier life will be. But yeah. But I wouldn't necessarily change anything other than that.
In the same vein, like, the whole how you were raised created who you are today. So that's important and you wouldn't want to change that. But I do wish, I'm from a rural town, I'm from Hollywood. And I do wish that we had a greater emphasis on traveling and going abroad and experiencing things outside of our small town, but then also coming back to bring that back. Mm-hmm. So I went to Academic Magnet, but not because my parents pushed me to go to Academic Magnet. They came to the school to recruit me. You know what I mean? So had they not come to the school and recruit me, would I have ever learned about it? Would I have ever known that was even an opportunity? And then even when it was time to go to college, I went to USC, just 2 hours up the street because my sister went to USC. So it wasn't about, even though I wanted to go to Spelman and I wanted to go to graduate school in North Carolina, it was like, no, stay to what we know, stay here because we are familiar with that. And I studied abroad in college, and I did that on my own without even telling my parents that I was going to Mexico for the summer. Right. Because I didn't want them to tell me no or that I couldn't. So a lot of the things that I did, I went rogue. Like I went and got my own apartment. I didn't tell my parents my sophomore year of college. Like I was just out, just kind of just trying to break free and trying to gain some experiences because I was a first generation college student, and I'm not sure, as much as they love me, they could not connect to what it meant to go abroad and, gain those experiences and then come back. Or maybe it was the fear that I wouldn't come back.
Right.
I don't know.
Or fear of what they don't know.
Or just fear of what you don't know. Right. And in their effort to keep me safe and in their bubble. But, it's all good now. We travel now.
Right. All over the place.
I'm through good jobs. Yeah.
So chefs and beaches and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So now we make it a habit of making sure that we travel, and not just like my immediate family, like my husband and my kids, but my entire family. And we travel as a group, and we go out of the country. And I make I saw my dad get in the pool for like the first time within the past. I was like, he didn't get in the pool. He was a blue collar Black daddy. He went to work and he went fishing, but he came back home. But so trying to make sure in these later years that we are experiencing new things with them and not just on our own and telling them about it. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah. We got on the catamaran in Antigua. Like just, fun, silly stuff.
Is it me?
It's Kim.
It's me.
Why I keep on thinking it's me?
It's always you.
But mine's back in there.
All right. Okay. I don't want any more Jeff questions. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to talk about that.
Why is this one? New York Times loving people? You talking about?
Yes. Oh, this is another deep. Okay, I don't want to do that one either. It's my last question, so give me some grace on picking.
Okay, this is your last. This is your last.
My last dig. But it's another one. It's about childhood. It's literally what we just talked about.
Okay, get another one.
Okay. What does friendship mean to you? That's a good one. What does friendship mean to you?
Friendship to me means, or how I would describe a friend. I'm gonna change that one.
Okay.
But I need someone who would love me enough to tell me the truth even when it hurts. Friendship to me is full truth and transparency, because you want what's best for me. And and
do you have people that do that?
Oh yeah. I mean, my sisters are my best friends. I mean, like we can call each other about, kind of like anything. But yeah, I do have friends that are, we talk about investing. I gotta have, people say I make friends like everyone, but honestly, because you can feel a person's spirit of like, and every now and then I'll get one, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not you. But I know, like, if one of my friends call me up and like, hey, like, they're so in tune with like who you are that they know when something is off, and it's like, hey, let's talk about this for a second. Like, what's going on? Even though, because I'm a very, very, very private person. I think in part because I don't want to put my burden on people, and because one of the ways we were raised, I mean, literally we call it the homecoming queen syndrome, because my two sisters were all homecoming queens. Anyway, but we were raised to, everything is always good. Yeah. That's the image, and and so you end up keeping a lot of stuff in. So it's good to have people that's like, okay, let's touch on this, even if you don't want to touch on it. We're gonna talk about it for at least 5 minutes. So yeah, someone who loves me enough to do that when I don't want to. So I'm grateful for my friends.
Aww. What about you, Jas?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Right.
What does friendship mean to you?
Ebony's touched on a lot of what I would say. I think the last piece would just be kind of unconditional acceptance, and unconditional acceptance.
Right.
I just put it at that, because your family gonna judge you. They're gonna judge you hard. Period. And
you feel that? I don't feel that. Well,
I feel like family can lay into you in ways in which friends maybe don't. At least that's my experience. And it's nice to have friends that just take you for what you are. Because Lord knows mama's gonna want something different from you than what your friends gonna want for you.
Yeah.
And I think it's because friends, family, they've seen you grow up. And when I'm talking about family, I'm talking about like my siblings, like my immediate family. They've seen you grow up, and it's kind of hard to see you as who you are now.
An adult.
As an adult. Yeah. And so, yeah.
I think that's been my favorite part of growing up, though, is now being able to forgive my parents for what they may have done in the past, because I finally recognized you were a kid. And I finally see them as human and not as your mom and dad, and you're supposed to be this way. And it's like, oh, wait, like you are 17 years older than what they were when they started having you. And you could barely keep these dogs. You know what I mean? So, right. So it's been one of those things of, I don't know, of freedom, I think, in not judging people. So, yeah. It is not
with the last question.
Okay. Oh, this one is kind of good. So it says, tell your partner, this is number 28. Tell your partner what you like about them. Be very honest this time, saying things that you might not say to someone you just met. That's a nice way to close.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I'll start.
Yeah.
Eb, I love your sense of openness and vulnerability with everyone. You do not hold back. You welcome everyone in your space and to get your goods.
My goods.
And that's admirable.
Well,
yeah,
that's
not your goods, but I mean your heart, like your heart, your energy, your knowledge. You want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to learn and grow, and that's admirable. Kelly, I love your sense of groundedness, and we tease you about that all the time, but it's this sense of stability and security that you know if Kelly's there, it's gonna be all right, because she's gonna make sure it's all right. Because she's coming, even if she did not have time to prepare, she's quick enough that she can fix it and it will be done. And I know that's a heavy burden, because sometimes you probably just want to show up and just say, I don't feel like taking care of it today. But it's your natural instinct to make sure it all works and everything's in place. And so I think that's really been the glue to who we are and how we move. Eb, you've really been the propeller to how we get our face out. And I think this marriage just works, you know. It don't work every day. It don't work every day. But you know, it works 95% of the time it works. And I am truly just honored to share business with you guys. It's been great.
Yeah.
I'll go next. I think you should answer this one too, Eb. Kim, I appreciate, sometimes I am in awe of just how much you are able to juggle and make seem effortless and do really well. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody can multitask. That's in everybody's cover letter, you know. Like multitasking, but not everybody can multitask a husband and 2 children and a PhD and a job and a business and a sorority and church, and make it look really good. So I do really love that about you, and I both love that about you and then worry about that for you. You're taking on too much. I feel like it's both. I feel like it's a two-headed coin or two-sided coin, whatever that saying is, but you make it look flawless. And Eb, I have to say, I appreciate your passion for the work that we do. You know, we all have this passion, clearly, or else we wouldn't be, the 3 of us wouldn't be sitting here. But it's in your bones, it's in your story, I think it's in your soul. Every time you talk about the brother that you never met, the brother that you lost, and your passion to pursue medicine, I think that lands with people, that hits people in the gut. And I think you live and breathe it. And I also appreciate your authenticity. That was hard to get out. Your authenticity. Yeah. You know, you can be talking to Brian Williams and keep it straight, little Africa. And I feel no kind of way about it. And come across very intelligent. And not everybody can do that. I think not everybody can walk in their authentic selves and still communicate as effectively as you do. So I'd say that that's my love for Ebony.
Well, I'll tell you, Kelly, what I particularly love about you, and I'm honestly trying to get to where you are, I feel like you're so confident in who you are, like you know exactly who you are, that you're not afraid to tell people no when it crosses over into a space of where it's not feeding your soul. And I have a really hard time doing that. And I honestly, I think it does come to confidence in knowing that, what your worth is and what you're bringing to the table, and the fact that I value me and I need to feed into me in order to feed into other people. The fact that, maybe you don't know, but I mean, you talk about Kim, you had Max, your husband, who was fantastic, was living in 2 states away. You were taking care of your parents. Like, I honestly don't know how both of y'all do it, but it was one of those things of, I would really like wake up in the morning and be like, okay, Kelly has sent out a 5-page email. Every detail is in place. And I mean, I don't joke about this at all. I tell everybody, with Good Stock, y'all might see my face a lot, which again, we're trying to change that, because I've been trying to make them, I just want for the record, no, I fuss with them all the time. They need to be on somebody's shows, period. But honestly, the behind the work, the heavy lifting, the stuff that doesn't get recognition, but is everything to make something actually function. Kelly is hand is all on it, and it really is something that I don't know how you do it. I don't know how that part of your brain works to do it. And then, like I said, just the confidence in knowing that if I say I need a moment to regroup and be with my family, you've mastered that, I think, in a very beautiful way that I'm trying to get there. And then Kim, I mean, it's one of those things where Kim, well, it wouldn't be a Good Start without Kim. And that's just kind of the personality she has of relationship. And I agree with Kelly. I sometimes wonder, how do you keep up and what do you save for you? Because you are always on for everybody. I mean, it literally, like last night I called Kim, what did I call you about? and I was like, I was just like, and I was like, wait, what's that noise? She was like, oh, that's my kids. And I'm like, okay, so they still up. I mean, but it's like, you have such deep rooted relationships with everybody, young, old. Like when I was at her office the other day, a young girl was like, I just took a job. I'm being DC, but I just wanted to bring you something to say thank you for feeding into me. And I don't think.
Who was it? Who was it, Kim?
My Sammy Poo.
Oh,
Sam. Now, Sam makes me tear up now.
I'm going to cry right now. That's all I'm
Yeah, she's so sweet. And it's just, that's what we're supposed to do. Pour into the next, right?
But that's not what everybody does. And I mean, honestly, that's not what everyone does. And that's why I'm so grateful when I tell people, like, honestly, you hear about stories of where they say if you're building a business, to hire your weaknesses. And I thank God that we stumbled into each other in this way of life, because I really feel like we're strong where other people are weak and it fits. And it really does work. And it's not only on the business level, but on the personal side of like, what kind of person at the end of the day do you want to be? And so I thank y'all for being my mirrors. And
Oh, yeah, the perfect. I know. I'm like trying to keep myself together. Y'all know I have waterworks days.
Yes. And
yes.
This is us. This is how we end almost every meeting.
Speaking, laughing, learning, and crying all the time. All the time there are tears. But this was really fun, y'all. And I hope y'all enjoyed it too. All of the foolishness, all the laughs. But on a serious note, this title of this session has a double meaning. So outside of learning more about us and giving us a chance to learn more even about each other, we dedicate this episode to the sitcom writer of This Is Us, Jas Waters, who died by suicide back in June. She was also the writer for the Showtime series Kidding, and helped come up with the storyline for the movie What Men Want, back in 2019. So this Black woman, she had a booming career. She was a pioneer in her field, and she was an amazing storyteller, but she was clearly experiencing some significant mental health distress. The pain of depression and loneliness are real. And again, COVID-19 has exasperated those feelings across the world. And I just want to pause and give special attention to our Black and Brown folks. According to the Suicide Prevention Resource Center, suicide rates among Black people really peak during adolescence and young adulthood, and then they start to decline, which is different from what we see in the general U.S. populations, right, where suicide tends to peak in midlife. But on top of that, the suicide rate for Black men is nearly 3 times as high than Black women. So if just to our young Black men and young Black women, and those who continue to suffer with suicidal ideations throughout adulthood, know that you are loved, you are not alone, we see you, and we need you.
Yeah. And I hope in us, as far as, Good Stock, where oftentimes people see what we are on the screen and they read all these accolades and achievements and stuff was hanging on walls. But that's why we want to truly be as authentic to you guys, to let you know, like, we're just like you. We go through struggles, that we too have our childhood issues, and we have our relationship and marriage issues, and we have times in life that we're not sure and certain about, are we where we're supposed to be, and the stressors of life and trying to juggle everything, we feel that weight too. But I hope that you see that we, in talking about it and getting it out, that you do know that this too shall pass, to find a network of people. And if that means reaching out to us, you can always go to goodstockconsulting.com, send us an email. If there's something that you want to talk and discuss, we will make sure to reach back out to you, and we'll connect you to whoever you need to talk to, because that's the importance, is a relationship. And we know that's not always readily found. And community. So with these, 36 questions, and this is like nice and fun, a way for us to get to know each other. But we encourage you to do that same thing. This whole social isolation that folks are experiencing due to COVID is heavy. Mental health is physical health, and we need for folks to start being connected during this season in which we find ourselves. So.
Yeah, kind of to dovetail on what Ebony just said, this is an incredibly isolating season for those. And so I'm going to close us out with an African proverb that I really love, that speaks to the importance of community. And it states, if you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And so I'd like to encourage each of you to reach out to 3 people that you haven't spoken to recently. Okay, I'm going to challenge you. Reach out to 3 people in whatever way feels good to you. If that's a text, if that's a phone call, if that's an email, if you're going to actually send a letter, whatever, but just reach out. During these highly unusual times that we're in, let's remember to stay connected. And please, 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 good people, remember to take good care of yourselves.
Yeah.